Professor Srinivas Varakedi. He is an Indian academic who is serving as a Vice-chancellor, as we know, of Central Sanskrit University. He is also simultaneously working as an acting Vice-chancellor of the Gondwana University, Gadchiroli, till date. That's recent. So, he is a scholar of Nyaya and other ancient Indian Shastras, and one of the earliest traditional scholars who took up computer programming in the area of computational linguistics, and he has been awarded the Maharshi Badarana Vyas Samman by the President of India for contributions in interdisciplinary research. He is also a member of the Committee for the Vision and Roadmap for the Development of Sanskritam by the Minister of HRD, the Government of India. Without much delay, Professor Srinivasa Varakedi. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. This conference is extremely important one in the present context for two reasons. One, the Vaiṣṇava tradition, which has contributed a lot in building the nation, has been considered a sectarian school of Vedānta. And it is considered as, mostly by the people, is a bhakti movement rather than Vedanta school. For these two reasons, the deliberations on the Vaishnavite schools of Vedanta is extremely important one. I am happy that the School of Sanskrit and Indic Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, has undertaken this very important project in association with the Institute of Science and Spirituality of ISKCON to place the Vaishnavite schools, Vaishnava schools of Vedanta, in a proper place. And as all of us know, Vaishnava schools, Vaishnava Janato, Tere, Kahiye, so Vaishnavite schools have greatly influenced the thought of India. So one side, their bhakti movement, social changes have happened, and other side, if you count the numbers in entire Indian religious context, the influence of Krishna Bhakti movements are very, very, very significant. So if you go to Kerala, Krishna, Guruvayurappan is there. If you come to Karnataka, Udupi Krishna. And even in Andhra, there is a great Krishna temple in Hamsala Devi. And in Orissa, of course, Puri, Jagannath, and Dwaraka. In Maharashtra, Pandharpur, Sri Panduranga Vithala, and Mathura, Rajasthan, everywhere, Badrinath, everywhere we find a significant role of Vishnu Bhakti movement, which is not only just a belief system or a social movement, it has got a great intellectual foundation. Any movement will not sustain for thousands of years without intellectual foundation. We can see Alvars or Dasa Parampara or in any other tradition of Bhakti, there is a great intellectual foundation behind that. Otherwise, the river flows, when the river flows, a river cannot sustain for thousands of years without the strong banks. The intellectual foundations, pramanas, and the Vedantic thought based on the Shruti, Smriti and Puranas is very, very foundational for any bhakti movement. So in that case, the schools of Vedanta thought, Ramanuja, Madhva, Nimbarka, and many other schools have played a very important role in shaping the bhakti movement in India. Ataha asmabhihi कदाचित् वेदांत दर्शनेषु अपरिगणितानां वेदांत दर्शनानां पुनर्विमर्शः पुनर्दर्शनं करणीयम् इति हेतोः एतत् कार्यम् अत्यन्तं श्लाघनीयम् अस्ति इति हेतोः अस्माभिरपि अत्र भागः स्वीकृतः. So I would like to mention couple of points here. In one of the very famous writings by D.V. Gundappa, all of us know Professor M. Hiranna for his great work, contributions on philosophy. His friend D.V. Gundappa mentions an incident. Hiranna believed that in philosophy, experience was more important than knowledge gained by reading books. He once told me, I quote, I have heard many people complain that I have not done justice to aspects of Dvaita philosophy in the outlines owing to prejudice. Outlines of Indian Philosophy is a famous work by Professor M. Hiranna, which is a textbook for many philosophy departments. I'll tell you the reason behind it. I lack experience in that particular philosophy. You should note that. I have for a long time wanted to learn it from someone who can help me gain the experience of it. If you know of such Dvaita scholar, I'll be happy to behind them to learn. I told him a few names who had taught Sankhya, Tarka, etc., who were respected in the Madhva circles. Hiranna immediately asked, do they teach me from their knowledge of books or from their experience? I did not have an answer for that. A couple of months later I learned that A. Krishna Shastri, that Hiranna had found an elderly scholar who started teaching him Dvaita school of thought. Probably this aspect of philosophers, this kind of learning quest of the world has not been fulfilled by the scholars. So, because of the general belief that philosophy means, Vedānta means non-dualism or nihilism, Shunyavada or rejection, arthat Jagat Sarvam Maya, Shunyam and Abhedavada is popularly known by everyone, and everyone, because of spread of Buddhism and Shankara Advaita, everyone believes that this is the Indian philosophy. But there is another aspect of Indian philosophy which believes in the dualism, Dvaita and Bheda, and those are good in number and they have greater influence in the society for all practical purposes. Why I am telling practical purposes? Advaita cannot be practiced. Advaita can be known, felt, experienced. People may do that in Samadhi. I don't know, I cannot reject because I don't have any experience of that. But the problem is, dualism is very practicable. Everyone, either, as Shankaranandji mentioned, either you do karma or you go for bhakti. You should practice, you should understand the Dvaita only. Without Dvaita, we cannot leave the world. So therefore, the major influence on the practices of people, society, the base for that is Dvaitism, realism. I should believe that the world is real. I should believe that you are sitting in front of me. I should think that you are listening to me. Otherwise, I cannot speak. I cannot behave like this. So, therefore, realism and dualism is not just a worldly phenomena. I mean, just a illusion. It is real. That's what the other philosophers say, which could be, experienced by every common man. And the realism and Dvaita's philosophy of all these acharyas give an important place of common man's experience. Sarvanubhutihi, an experience of a common man who does not know anything, does not know philosophy, he does not practice any philosophy, but he has an experience of dualism. He has an experience of realism. Therefore, that experience is given utmost importance in the realm of philosophy. That is the beauty of these philosophies. Therefore, these should also find an important role, important place in the philosophical circle. I believe in that. As in the democracy, we believe that you should have a dissent, and there is a dissent, and we should respect it. The second point I would like to make, of course, JNU is famous for dissent. And we should be equally that. Therefore, debate, and disagree, and again come back. But objective should be one, and we should respect each other. We should also respect the views. Therefore, in the philosophical circle also, there is nothing called.
Bhakti is the main cause.
Yes. So there, as Shankaranji mentions, ultimately we should believe in one Ekadevatavad, Ekadevavadana. Ekadeva, that means Rashtram is ultimate Deva for us. If at all are agreeing with us, even for disagreement, with the devotion to the land of our land, and devotion to the great spirit, then definitely it is acceptable for all. Now coming to another point, I point two things here. In Madhva Vedānta, I personally studied Madhva Vedānta. Tatra amshadvayam, bhakti karmacha, duty and devotion. The our Guru used to say, 2-point program in life. Do your duty with the devotion to the God. So duty and devotion, these 2 points are very, very important points in the life to achieve higher goals. Bhakti without karma, as Sri Shankaranji mentioned, bhakti without karma. You don't do karma, but only bhakti I do. That means it is a nishphala. You don't get any result out of it. Bhakti without karma is nishphala. Karma without bhakti is very dry. Nirasa. Karma without bhakti is nirasa. Bhakti without karma is nishphala. We should combine both. You should be devoted. At the same time, you should do duty. So do your duties with devotion, then it will be saphala and it will be sarasa. With that, I think ISKCON, Krishna Consciousness Institute, which is coming from Gaudiya Bhakti Parampara, Gaudiya tradition, which is again coming from Madhva tradition. So this parampara has followed this bhakti and duty and devotion. So service to the God, service to the people, service to the nation is service to the God. Shushrusha, nana janasya shushrusha karmakhya karavanmitehe. Madhvacharya says, what is karma? Karma means karama. Kara means tax. Kara means tax. We are paying tax to the government as if it is not an optional. You cannot say that I don't pay the tax to the government. It is compulsory. It will be deducted from your source. So therefore, the karma is my duty to the nation, my duty to the others, my duty to my society, my duty to my institution is just like a kara, paying tax to the government. So it is compulsory. You cannot make it an option because you are getting a lot from the world, from the nation, from the God. Therefore, karma is very important. And nana janasya shushrusha, when you do service to the society, that is the service to the God. So do it with bhakti. All that we do is just Bhagavad Puja. This is so even whatever we do in the daily routine, starting from morning to evening, even doing driving, going to the office and serving the persons who are coming to us, everything is Bhagavad Puja. So this aspect of Dvaita philosophy is very important in the current context, because people either do as karma without bhakti. I have seen people performing karma, but without any devotion. But people who are devoted, they don't do karma. They just chant. So you can't you have to do both. The second point I would like to make is, even Sri Shankara Bhagavad says, Bhaktya moksha sadhana samagram bhaktireva gariyasi. Moksha sadhana samagram, Mishraji, moksha sadhana samagram bhaktireva gariyasi Shankara Bhagavad Padanam vachaha. अतः ज्ञानमात्रेण मोक्षः इति तु एकः वादः, ज्ञानवादः. परन्तु ज्ञानमात्रेण मोक्षो न भवति, अपि तु कर्मणा भक्त्या च मोक्षस्य, भगवत्प्रसादेन मोक्षः इत्यपि प्रमाणानि सन्ति. यथा यथा वर्तते तत्र यमैवेष वृणुते तेन लभ्यः, यमैवेष वृणुते तेन लभ्यः. भगवद्वर्णं नाम भगवान् स्वीकरोति इत्यस्य अर्थः भक्त्या यः प्रपन्नः शरणागतः, अहं भक्त्या त्वनन्यया लभ्यः अहमेवं विधोऽर्जुन, भक्त्या त्वनन्यया लभ्यः. एवं रीत्या भगवान् स्वयं अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. All these words, statements by Lord Sri Krishna very clearly substantiate justify the stand of Vaishnava schools of thought. So if the Bhagavad Gita is considered to be a Vedanta school, Vedanta work, if at all, because सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर भोक्ता दुग्धम गीतामृतम महत. When the Gita is considered to be the greatest source of Vedantic thought, then Sri Krishna himself justifies the bhakti and karma and also his purushottamatva. Finally I say this word, purushottamatva. Where in purushottama dvavimau purusho loke ksharaschakshara eva cha क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि, ट्रांसलेशन अपेक्षितम्, क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः. उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः, अन्यत्वं भेदः प्रतिपादितः. उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहरतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्येश्वरः यस्मात्क्षरम् अतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च. सो वेदे लोके च प्रतितः पुरुषोत्तमः. सो दिस there is a great pramanas are given by acharyas. Therefore, considering this, we should think that Indian schools of philosophies are not, people would say sometimes, you are aneka devata vadins. Yes, we have aneka devatas, but we have eko deva, eka deva vada, aneka devata vada. Both are not contradictory. So we have many deities, but only one Deva, who is Supreme God for us. With these words, I conclude my words. I thank the organizers for inviting me.